Welcome, friends. How are you? I am eating something. Excuse me whilst I munch. I'm munching less now. Good Lord. I got some lemonade. It's very nice. Sparkly. Oh, what's happening? How is everyone? Is everyone happy? What's going on? I need to say hello to everyone. If you give us a minute while I sort myself out. Oh, did everyone watch Ramsey's video about Oud Wood today? I was intrigued. It was good times. So, let me see. Where am I? Right, here I am. Where is he? I am here. All the way to Z2. I'm just going to call you Z2 now. Sorry about that. Grr, says Omar. Bruh, says Abe. Hi, Afonso. Hi, Omar. Hi, Prof. Melvin. Some lemonade. I have some hot coffee today. 21. Do I even remember 21? If you remember 21, you didn't have a very good 21. A biscuit is bread and a cookie is a cookie. What? Hello, Rachel. How are you? Happy to see you talked about Hermes. Almost nobody do reviews about them. That's right. Rarely. Bubbles now. I don't know. I had bubbles the other day. Thinking I might mix and match. Maybe no bubbles today. Eau de Hermes is okay, Rich. It's good. It's good. It's 27 Celsius here in DC, and I'm dousing myself with 47.11 to keep cool. Yikes. That warm already, is it? It's been a little bit chilly here today, actually. I wore Gucci Nobile. Bubbles, says Z2. He wants bubbles. Scent of the Day Moonwalk by Marina Barcinelli. Fuck me. Marina Barcinella. Mineral iris recreation of the scent of the moon and space char. Yes, space char, apparently, right? Space smells like burnt steak. Hola, everyone, says James. Scent of the day, Ambre Supreme. Good scent of the day. I wore Aventus on Friday for a beer with friends. I saw you copied me, Mr. Duck. Certainly did. I certainly did. I heard you were wearing it, and I thought, ooh. Obviously, every Friday we must copy the dog. So I did. Hit the lick button. Welcome, Aram. How are you? Instead of bubbles, perhaps Roadrunner cartoons. I would if I could. They don't contain dialogue, only incidental music and such. Or Pink Panther cartoons. I wonder what other mute cartoons there are. Mickey Mouse was mute? No. He spoke once or twice. Mute cartoons, anyone? Yeah, warm from this weekend. Back to 14 Celsius this week. Warm front this weekend, sorry, yes. I could live happily at 14 Celsius. Sound temperature by me, 14 Celsius. Like, I'm not big on heat, I've got to be honest. Heat, I'm a big unit. Big units don't care for the heat. Oh, I beg your pardon. Drinking some Schweppes. Some Schweppes lemonade. It's good stuff. I have some chewing gum, which I won't chew because we're on stream. But yes. For the record, I own Oud Wood, quite like it, but rarely wear it. I think it's all right. I just think it's a bit... It's not worth the price. Is British lemonade more tart or sweet? I would say it's probably a bit of both, to be honest with you. It's quite sweet. This isn't British lemonade anyway. This is Schweppes. I'm sure Schweppes is from the continent. What do you think about Floris? They're all right. They make some all right fragrances. 89's quite nice, but it dries down just to like a fucking... just dries down to nothing. You know? Oh, excuse me. One day I gave a lot of samples to a friend who was not that into fragrances, and he went for Oud Wood. It should be good. It should be good, whether it is or not. Hello. Trying Florentine Iris from Xenia. Lovely. Beautiful while it lasts. I get about 5 hours from it, but it is lovely. That entire line's really good. Persian Saffron was bonkers. Massive cumin note and a huge... Give it to Richie G. I don't know if he wears it. I don't know if he wears it. I put in a haul yesterday. A niche haul. Alan Hansen says, Oud Wood comes across as niche to those who don't know niche and designer to those who do. It's a good way of putting it. Oud Wood's a popular one, isn't it? Apparently it was what Taylor Swift wore. It's quite strange, I thought. But she likes to think that she's badass, doesn't she? That's just sassy. She's wearing Oud Wood. She wants to try Hyrax. See how sassy she is then. Dear Barbara. It's looking pretty likely that I'm going to get a bottle of that Hyrax, I must admit. And maybe a couple of others as well. Oh, Rachel, you'll have to wait and see. I don't reveal the haul until I reveal the haul, but it's a niche haul. Rich, my guy. Abe, my guy. If indeed you are a guy. Or my girl, if you are a girl. Omar, my favourite from the line is Vert d'Encens. I've got a fucking 250 ml of that. One of only 3 bottles I have a backup of. I mean, from the Tom Ford private line. Which other ones have you got? Black Orchid went around celebs too. That doesn't surprise us either. Happy to say that among my almost 10,000 pieces of vinyl and CDs, you'll find no Taylor Swift and no Madonna for that matter. Outrageous, Alan. Why not? I think I've got a Madonna CD. I haven't got any Taylor Swift. I might have a Madonna, like the Immaculate Collection. This will be from when I was a kid, you know what I mean? It's not from like recently. I see, keeping us in suspense, that's right. Abe is in fact male. My guy indeed. I'm about to place a vintage haul order myself. You, Ramsey, and Eugene may have helped Anuj make a lot of money recently. Yes. Yes. What are you getting, Professor Melvin? What do you have? What are you bought? I'm interested to hear. I'm very interested to hear. Black Orchid. Welcome, MJ. Scent of the day, B683. Is that the eau de parfum, not the extrait? Buy the extrait is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Do you guys really like Ed Sheeran there, or is it just the Americans? Ed Sheeran is popular, but whether he's any good or not is a different... Alan, I will put in the name of the brand in the chat. If you just search that in Google, you'll be able to find them. Don't want to jinx it yet, for sure. Getting vintage Dior Rom and Fahrenheit. Ooh. Justify My Love by Madonna as a top tune, Alan. What's wrong with you, lol? Say Spy and Mash. Welcome, Spy and Mash. Alan, if you go there on the website and find the email him. I think he'll send you his WhatsApp number and you can text him. And he's got some stuff that isn't on the website. I don't think you can put testers and stuff on the website, do you know what I mean? And there's some rare stuff there, like Vault and Away and stuff. Vintage. I got all 3 Marc Antoine Barrois. Wow. It's a lot of money. Hi, Rich. Hi, all. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome, Christy. Hello. Scent of the day, vintage YSL Paris. Kind of smells like roses drowning in pee-pee. Lol. Are you able to add graphics to your stream? No. I can't put a filter on. Like, it's just like off YouTube. And it's like a bubbles thing. It just goes over the screen, but I'm not going to use the bubbles today. Oh, I'm stuffed. Had an apple today. A pink lady apple. It was nice. Z2 wants some bubbles, but he can't have them. Unlucky. Audio sounds good. Yeah, it's just off my phone. It's just off my phone, Aaron. I'm looking at getting a laptop. Alan Hansen says, MJ, I have just the extrait of B683. Wow, it is brilliant. And since I've not selected a scent of the day, it might be the choice. Hi, Gary's going to buy a 4x 15mm Hermes set tomorrow, most likely. Good man. Or good lass. What's happening? What you getting spaced out? What you gonna do? Hey, all the way to Z2. Be in a minute. Mitch, did they give you some extra samples when you bought the 15mm? Just 2. They only gave me an extra 2. So that was a bit of a cow. I was expecting more than that. They actually gave Dura Rose 4 and he didn't buy anything. You know what I mean? I was raging. I was absolutely fizzing. But the samples that they do give are quite generous. They're like 4mm. You know what I mean? I got Rose Cabana and Iris Ukiyo-e. I beg your pardon. Aram, I sprayed some Jovan Sport scent. It's a mega hit. Outrageous. Jovan Sport scent. Sorry. It's a mega hit. Outrageous. Alan, good choice. Alan says Hermes Rhubarb Écarlate is too good to pass up. It's fantastic. It's absolutely sensational. Richie G loves it. He loves rhubarb. He absolutely loves a rhubarb note, does Richie G. Excuse me whilst I investigate this club biscuit. It contains mint. I'm pining for some mint at the minute. I might wear Roadster by Cartier tomorrow. Depending on how I feel when I wake up. Maybe I'll wear some Coros Sport. Excuse me whilst I chew. Getting better Batonka, Ambre Nargile, Cure and Poivre Samarkand, most likely. Well, that's for Sant Almasoya and Irish Kioe samples. Sant Almasoya is good, but it's... What I've come to realise about it is it's a lot more milky than I thought. MJ, will you do a top 100 like Ramsey when you reach 1,000 subscribers? Unlikely. Excuse me whilst I chew. Right. Omar says, I start saying Roger for crazy discounts in the US and Canada. Is the same in Europe? Out for 350 USD. It's possible. I don't look for Rogers. They're vastly overpriced anyway. I think 350 USD is ridiculous as it's like even a discount. With inflation and the cost of living rising and everything that's going on in the world, I think people aren't going to be that bothered about fucking buying perfumes. And when you are the most expensive perfume brand that is like widely available, you're going to feel that, you know? You're going to feel that pain. So I'm just repouring hydration. Should have really finished me eating and drinking before I came on air, but here we are. Sensational hydration. Oops. Oh, well, vintage Coros yesterday, says Lynn. It belonged to my brother. Went for a hike and some guy ran up to me and told me how wonderful I smelled. When I told him, he said, that's wild, that's for men. No, you can wear it. It is great stuff, though. So you got a compliment on vintage Coros. I know a lass who used to wear vintage Coros at school. I mean, it wasn't vintage then. This was like 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? But she used to wear the Gucci PPR stuff at school. Outrageous. Scent of the day, Creed Rolfa, says Omar. My favourite Creed, actually. I think the citrus in that turns to bad death on me. Turns into like chemical nasty. Some lemon does that. That's why I don't like it. Plus it's very sharp. Shiva Vareen. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Shiva Vareen. Aram says, vintage Coros is amazing. And it is. He's right. Lynn Leglay. Then he told me that I smelled great and had the balls to wear it. I did not expect to see anyone on my 4-mile walk. Now I want to wear it often. Wear it often. Buy some, find some, buy some. Any with the silver shoulders is good. Pradeep Sekar. Got Vetava Tonka for 70 euros. Not sure they're selling near the retail price. Yikes. That is cheap. Alan says Wes and I are going for a family dinner today. Unsure whether we should wear quite quiet and polite fragrances or loud and obnoxious. Suggestions. It depends whether you like your family or not. Haha, good for you, Lynn, says Christy. Do women wear it? Some women wear it, yeah. Doesn't matter if women wear it. You can wear it if you want. All the way to Z2 is wearing Eucharist. Good scent. Mossy. Very mossy. Scent of the day, sweat and dirt. Yikes. Who's that by? Zara. Uncommon for women to wear. It is uncommon, but not unheard of. He's right. You'd stand out a mile. It'd be great. With current world economics, I suspect we'll be seeing smaller bottle sizes more commonly. Possibly. Or they could do the right thing and drop their prices a bit. Rich, I love you. Yeah, man. Eugene. Hi. How are you? Hi, Eugene. Gothic. It is. It's got that black currant on it. Eucharist is really good. Oak moss on steroids, yeah. Grifty, I believe we might be saying 30 to 50 mil is the norm. It's possible. Edgar Allan Poe in a bottle. It's gothic. It is. It's the black currant that makes it dark, and then the oak moss makes it like this kind of like masculine, like crazy, angry. It's a brilliant fragrance. It really is. Nick Nestros sent us some, very kindly sent me some. He also sent me some. Samples from the rest of Penhaligon, GOF Trumper, not Penhaligons, GOF Trumper, and they were fantastic. So surprised how Koros is actually. I was expecting something only animalic, but it's so clean with an animalic soul. Good but curious. It's very, very interesting. It's brilliant how it's made. Which fragrance is oak moss on steroids? I believe they were talking about Eucharist. Edgar Allan Poe on steroids in a bottle. Poor Edgar. He was only 40 when he died, I think. Yikes. Spaced out. Mitch, how do you like Vanille Galant? I know Fragrance Bros trashed that one a bit. Mate, it just smells like vanilla ice cream. It's creamy, smooth, even smells a bit cool. You know what I mean? It even smells a bit cool. So it's quite interesting. It's not interesting. Interesting is the wrong word. Interesting is not the right word. It smells clean. If you want a nice clean vanilla, fresh, good quality, that's a really good fragrance. But it is just a pure vanilla. There's very little else going on in there. It's from Spring Landscaping. It's the last thing I could do is landscaping, dear me. Rich, what was your more expensive and how much fragrance? What was my most expensive fragrance? It's a good question. It's a very good question. Do you know, I don't think I've ever paid like 300 quid for a fragrance before. Well, no, I suppose it depends how it would depend how you defined most expensive fragrance, because I have spent like 320 quid on a bottle of Bois d'Argent, but I got 450 mil. You know, I got a lot of perfume. So mil for mil, I got it cheaper than something that like Dior Homme. You know, it was that sort of price. Per 100 mil, I'd possibly feel an Agile. I paid 160 quid for 50 mil, so for 100 mil, it would have been 320. I'm not in the habit of buying vigorously expensive perfume. I just buy lots of vintage stuff. I would have to think that is genuinely something I would have to look through my collection and think to myself, aha, there you are. I'd have to see it to remember it. Sorry. Aram, how is he who must not be named and what happened? Screw he. Screw he who shall not be named. Nasty, nasty man. Hello, Rich and everyone. Says Drawn by Sense. Welcome. Scent of the Day Cafe Men 2. Limes, jasmine, amber, and patchouli. Limes and jasmine, eh? That's bonkers. Alan Hansen says some perfume house should do a series of scents based on Poe and Plath. Names like Annabelle or the Raven. Lenore. There's actually a detergent in England called Lenore. Shiva Vereen Landscaping here too, says Christy. Now I'm sneezing. Achoo. The mayor, he's alright. I guess. Busy with his arcades. Best place for him. Screw thee. Exactly. Adam D. Sorry. Hello. Welcome, Adam. The Moon, my most expensive one. I have no idea how I paid that, but it is fantastic. Yikes. The Moon is expensive. Thought about getting the Night before, but it's just not worth the fucking money. There's so much. You know what I mean? There are kids starving in Africa. I'm not paying £1,000 for a fucking fragrance. Like, I know that sounds bloody stupid, but especially when like I'd rather spend that kind of money on putting towards a haul of like vintage stuff, you know. I'd rather get more. It's about getting value for money rather than Roger Dove's not value for money. It's for people who are like, oh, Roger just feels like a waste. I could get 3 perfumes that are arguably better for the same amount as what you could pay for like 1 bottle of that Diaghilev. You get 5 perfumes which are arguably better. But then it's all in the eyes of the beholder, isn't it? You know what I mean? I got my most expensive perfume on discount. My shopping philosophy is simple. If it's not on sale, go to hell. It's a very good point. When they're that expensive, they're just taking the piss. And also as well, you know you can wait. That's probably the best way to be. Wait to buy a perfume until you find it at discounters. Don't pay retail for designer. That was something that I heard Robes Away say once, and it's always stuck with us. Never pay retail for designer because they will end up at discounters, and you'll be devastated. It's even more appropriate with stuff like Mont Blanc and Ralph Lauren. If you ever smell one of those in the shops and you think, God, I've got to have that, just wait. Even just for a few weeks with brands like that, and they'll turn up at discounters, and you'll save yourself a fortune. I wonder what sort of people buy 450 ml of Oud Ispahan. Me. I haven't got Oud Ispahan, but I would do that. I wonder what sort of people would buy 450 ml of Oud Ispahan. I'm sure a 40 ml bottle would last me a lifetime. There is an argument in that. I've got these I've got these 15 ml of Hermes Essence, and they lasted me 3.5, 4 years. The last time I bought some, so I'm not sure how I feel about this Myrrh Eglantine. Smells like hairspray. Not hairspray, shampoo. A really high-end women's shampoo. I enjoy smelling it, though. God almighty, it really does smell like shampoo. Like, it smells like women's bath products. Sweet. Very sweet. Screw thee, Lamau. Exactly. Screw thee, Lamau. Drawn by cents, most expensive for me, with 250 ml of leather oud. Full retail, alas. Yeah, they started giving me some money off because I bought like 2 or 3 of them at once, and they give us like 20% off. If they get to know you, you spend a lot of time there, and you build up a good rapport with your sales associates, they might give you money off. But you won't find those Dior Privés at discounters, so you've got very little choice. You've got very little choice. I think my Amber Supreme might actually be my most expensive, and it was worth every penny. Amber Supreme was expensive. Those Les and Demodadas are expensive, but you've got a good point. Like, really is superior, like quality ingredients, blend, and everything. Rachel, you could spend that much on some fabulous Atars. I'm not big on Atars. I've tried. I genuinely have tried. I want more from my perfumes. I want to be able to smell them. I don't know that they're my style, and I don't know that they are my I just don't rate them. Oh my, is Oud Isfahan another rose oud? Yes. Or has something special? Not necessarily. I see it in eBay with no cap for amazing discount now. I would go with Oud Palau and save yourself a fortune, like. Oud Palau's more powerful as well. Alan, I bought my Dior 40ml leather oud a day too late. Made the purchase and the sale was refunded the next day. Oh no. Stock's depleted. Yikes. Hey guys, scent of the day, vet of a girl on new bottle, best drum reach to me. It's fabulous. Fantabulous, Antonio. It's a beautiful fragrance, and it is, as you say, an amazing drum reach fragrance. It was never a bad time to wear that fragrance. Absolutely brilliant. Hello there, Michael John. How are you? Oh my favorite rose oud easily. The opening is one of my favorite all-time faves. That's 15 hours on easily my top 3 Dior Privé. So you've got the other side of the argument there. I'll say something. When I was in Manchester, right, I went and smelled all the new Dior's because they don't have them where I live. All the new Privés, like Tobacco Law. I'd already smelled Tobacco Law, but Diorama, Oud Rosewood, Purple Oud, There's a new one that the first word is the, but it's like pronounced te. Unimpressed. The only one that I particularly liked was Oud Rosewood, and Oud Rosewood, right, was they all use the same synthetic oud at Dior. They've obviously developed their own synthetic oud, or somebody's developed a synthetic oud for them, but they all use the same oud note. And Oud Rosewood was my favorite one, but am I going to buy a massive bottle of it? No. No, I am not. Oh, heavens. There's a Harrods opening in Newcastle in a couple of months. So there'll be a lot of new, and Harrods Beauty. So it's going to be a lot of perfume there, I imagine, which is going to be marvelous. Oh my. Oud Ispahan is a rose oud. I don't own and prefer Oud Palau by Diptyque. There's Alan Hansen sort of agreeing with what I said. Spaced Out knows what he's talking about. What? How old is your bottle, Spaced Out? Has it got the CD on the top, or has it got like the I want to call it the yin yang symbol, but it's not. You know, where the C and the D are attached. It doesn't matter which side you look at it from, it'll say CD. I see only good comments about Amber Supreme, says Umar. It looks like I need to try that one. Absolutely. Get the Les Indomitables sample set. It's fantastic. My favorite oud rose is Le Ali by Agar Aura, says Rachel Ang. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot to choose from as far as oud and rose. I imagine oud and rosin as an attar is a completely different thing from a perfume. Pradeep Sekar says there is a 2.4 litre unique piece of 1 million for sale for €1,900 if anyone is interested. No, I think you're all right there. Thank you for offering, though. Oh. Oh, dear me. What's your scent of the day? My scent of the day is Gucci Nobile or Gucci Nobile. Massive oak moss, Italian aromatic fougere cologne thing. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. The prices it's going for are fucking crazy. Crazy. Don't pay those silly prices. Scent of the day, Dior Cologne Blanche. Outrageous. That's meant to be fantastic. I haven't smelled that. I've got Cologne Royale, which isn't as good apparently. And I can believe it. It's like Demachy's Cologne. What is your favorite incense perfume? Incense Rose by Tower. His Incense Extreme smells like fuel, like petrol, oil. Very, very hard to like deal with. What we got here? Alan, it's an attar. I will say guitar. It's an attar. I tried Dior Privés in London a few weeks ago. Quite tempted by Patchouli Imperial, but it'd be full retail again, unfortunately. Must resist. It's a good perfume. It's good amber patchouli. If you want something similar, try Villarese's patchouli. Lorenzo Villarese patchouli. It's beautiful. I wore Jickie earlier today, says Prof. Melvin. Was curious to see how the civet would turn out in the heat. It'll be outrageous. It'll be fiery, warm, dark. I am going to pop to the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. One moment, please. Friends I have returned. Many left. Four left. Anyway, there will be some chats I need to see. To be honest, Jiki wasn't bad in the heat. No, sometimes you get those, like, quote unquote cold weather fragrances and they perform brilliantly in the heat, like Shergi. Shergi's a brilliant fucking perfume in like the high heat. It's because it's iris. It's iris more than tobacco for me. Shergi. I actually bought. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. And that was good hydration. I'll readjust my hydration again. Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell you what I bought today, although I would like to, but I'm not going to tell you. It's they're good. They're niche. There's no vintage. There's niche though. Oh, just getting me lean on. Excuse me. I've recovered pretty well from the excursion to Manchester. Like, I thought there was going to be more pain than there has been. Is old Eau de Hermes very different? I just started to love it, but the old bottles are so expensive. Yeah, it's different. It's better, it's richer, it's deeper, that's more defined. But the new one's not so bad because Hermes have got an in-house perfumer. Speaking of Civet de Nuit is amazing. Is it? Is that by Aretha Dore? I have to sample Jiki very soon, says Spaced Out. Nobody's in charge, says Drawn by Sun. Civet. How do they get civet for perfumery? They it's secreted from a gland at the back of a cat. A civet cat. But they use a synthetic now. And the synthetic is much, much harsher than the natural. The natural is much nicer. What is exactly civet? I mean, you squeeze it out the back of a cat. They use it to attract each other and mark their territories. Chat is ours now, says Afonso. I'm back now though. Rachel, does it come with a big bag of? Does it come with a limited edition and complimentary bag of coffee? I don't know what that means. Have you tried Gucci's A Midnight Stroll? Yes, I have, but I can't remember which one it is. They scoop it out from behind the cat. They do. I have an urge lately to smell some tobacco vanille. Gotta get a decant. That's strange. Derby Vintage Girl On as a scent I would love to smell. I haven't tried it before. Prices are bonkers. Adam, I've got a 7.5mm mini and it cost me about 30 quid. They go for like £100 now, those 7.5mm minis. It's insane. There's a 200ml splash on eBay at the minute and it's going for 800 quid. If he waits much longer, he'll get that, you know. If he keeps waiting, you know, I think he'll get that. Crackers. Russian Adam and Sultan Pasha claim to be able to access it responsibly. I don't know, man. How can you? I mean, it's not. I don't know. I'll let you look into that. Don't know that I go along with that at all. It's a synthetic note now based on this on an animal secretion from the civet cat. Old perfumer used to get the oil straight from the animal. Civet is the secretions of the animal. It is. It's what they used to mark the territory. It's from a gland. London next, Rich? Well, possibly. Possibly. I would have to stay over if I went to London. There's no way I could travel like 10 hours in one day. Fucking going to Manchester, I had to crawl up the stairs when I got home, like. Jesus. Stranger things I have eaten. No doubt, Alan. Pradeep Sekar, the new Habit Rouge is shite. Oh dear, have you smelled it? Spill the beans. It's a Rouge. I see. Do you still own Jill Sander Man? I do, yes. No. Jill Sander for men. Jill Sander Man 2, I have, yes. Yes, he smelled it in France. Regarding Civic Coffee, see Copy Luwak coffee beans. I know what they are. Mental, innit? Luwak coffee. So I wouldn't drink it. Been through a cat. Alan, lol. Good day, rich friends. Good day, Jonathan. How are you? Nice new picture there. Looks good. You look healthy. Pradeep, how is it in comparison to other Habit Rouge flankers? Habit Rouge dress code is really nice. I've smelled it a couple of times. It's really good. I don't like the original. I've got a gold cap version if anyone in Britain wants to buy it. It's like a 50ml early 90s Habit Rouge. Any fans of Virgin Island water here? I wonder who made that one. Hope it's not Pierre Bourdon. Oh dear. Are you not a fan spaced out? Alfonso. Hi, Jonathan. Alfonso, hello. I don't know. What is everyone's scent of the day if you haven't already told us? It'll be May this time next month. How did that happen? These last couple of months have flown by. Flown by. When I was in Manchester, Audrey Jane and her friend found a Celine boutique. But they don't sell the fragrances. They only sell them in London. And apparently the Londoners are bastards. Not all Londoners. The Londoners who work at Celine are bastards. They do not supply samples. And you can't buy a sample set either. Fucking joke. So I'll have to go to their shop. Get samples out of them. Actually smell them there. Scent of the day, Trussardi Inside Man. Is that the one with the snakeskin pattern? Scent of the day, Sycamore, says Pat Lest. It's a good fragrance. I like how Virgin Island water smells. I just don't use it that much. I get you. What upcoming perfume releases is everybody looking forward to? I don't know that I'm looking forward to anything that's like coming up. I'm just starting to like investigate more widely niche. Something that arrived yesterday, but I won't be able to open it for like another week or so, is the January Scent Project sample set. I ordered it a couple of weeks ago on the 15th, I think it was. And it arrived yesterday. Hurrah. So I'm looking forward to investigating that, but I am going to do the remaining zoologist impressions videos. I might do one tomorrow. And I'll do another one later this week. So that'll be good. I'll get them out the way, and then I'll start the other sample sets I've got to go through. No, sorry, I'll start doing the tests on skin. May I ask a stupid question? Is your name Rich or Mitch? My name is both Rich and Mitch. It's not or, it's both. Scent of the day, Celine black tie sample. Eugene likes that one, doesn't he? Jonathan, love Virgin Island water. I have a 2008 bottle. Fantastic. Alan, I'm curious about White Whale. Who's that by? I love it, says Michael John. Pradeep says to Professor Melvin, it has nothing much at all to do with Habit Rouge. Grapefruit blast, little green, more fuzzy, aromatic, dry down, mediocre, no depth. Oh dear. Did Celia get a job? Hope not. Hey, Mitch, Rich. Hello, chat. Hello, Floral Notes. Nuge is here. Welcome. Happy Sunday. How would you rank them 1 to 3? Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall, and Champagne Supernova. Champagne Supernova first. Don't Look Back in Anger second. Wonderwall last. Distant third. Upcoming fragrance releases for 2022. Dior Privé, New Celine, and Eugene's line. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Eugene's line coming out. I don't know, he might be releasing one at a time. I don't know if he's going to release all 3 at once. Afternoon, Rachel, says Anuj. Eugene has a line. Eugene is releasing his own fragrances soon, and they are very good. I'm not going to talk about them because of how friendly I am with Eugene, how close I am. People will just say, you would say that anyway. Do you know what I mean? It'd probably do more harm than good, I think. But know that I have tried, like, the early versions of them, and they were very good. Very good. You have, like, they're very well made. Top ingredients. Will blow any other YouTuber perfumes clean out the water. Clean out the water. Like, not even close. Not even, like, seriously, you wouldn't even know they were, you wouldn't think they were YouTuber fragrances the way that that's going to make the other ones look laughable. Actually. He hasn't fucked about, like. It's as simple as that. I say that with, like, utter conviction. You've got to try them. I hope he's doing sample sets. I did tell him to do that. Well, I say I did tell him to do that. I suggested it to him. I didn't tell him to do it. Like, pin him down and be like, yeah, do that. Oh. You know what I mean? Alan, Anuj, Floral, Enrique, anybody I miss. I want to try the old zoologist bat, but people on Fragrant absolutely detest that one. Olympic Orchids Night Flyer, apparently. That's what it's called. If you go to Olympic Orchids and buy Night Flyer, that is the one. Rachel Keating, Mas Milano. Do you suppose it'll contain genuine ambergris? What's this? What's she talking about? I was referring to the thumbnail. Hey, Floral Notes. Yes, Mas Milano, I know for a fact it's a synthetic ambergris cord, but I'm still curious. White Whale, yes. Hey, Jonathan, girl on nowadays is like an old sports player or washed up actor. You respect their past, but you just want them to retire. That's a very, very good analogy, that Pradeep Sekar. They worked on that Accord for 5 years. 3 is the magic number. Spaced out. I have the original bat and love it. It's super weird. Rich, did you say early versions or early virgins? Early versions. Early versions. Considering getting RP Bandy, Robit Piquet Bandy. Need some Cliff Note insights. Differences between the versions. Ramsey. Floral notes. You're looking for Ramsey. He'll sort you out. He's huge into that Bandy fragrance. Loves it. Drawn by senses. Eugene flying you to Canada in business class for the launch. It's what Roger Dove would do. Eugene sent me a picture of a Roger Dove jacket the other day. Of him in a Roger Dove type jacket the other day. I was roaring. It's one of those, like Galen said, it's one of those garments that's like fashionable for 3 weeks every decade. I was like, you're absolutely spot on. By the time people have actually seen the pictures of you in it, it's already out of fashion. I think he was in a shop just looking at like different jackets and found one, and it was quite funny. Already referred to Raiders. Need some other opinions. I would go to Ramsey. Ramsey will know. You can email him. He's got his email on his channel. Who created Aventus? A pupil of Bourdon? Yes, called Jean-Christophe Hérault. Oh, thanks, Rich. No problem. I really can't wrap my head around the idea that perfumers like Duchefort Ropi on FK worked on Navitus. Not just Navitus. They worked on Ashton's brand as well, Galleria. I'm telling you now, it's like quality-wise, even the early versions, he could have released the early versions and they would have blown the other YouTubers. You won't hear much about this brand on YouTube because I don't know that he's going to send 3 bottles out for review or anything like that. I hope not. But he might do to get the word out there. But it like max 40 red essence, you know, they're not going to talk about it, are they? Needs to be like word of mouth, needs to be done the old fashioned way properly. They are quality though. Believe us when I tell you. Like they're much like, I don't want to say they smell like Les Indomptables, but you can tell that Antoine Lee made them. If you've smelled Les Indomptables, that's the sort of thing. They're not the same. It doesn't smell like any particular Les Indomptables, but the standard is like there. They're going to be for like proper perfume lovers. So if you love perfume, oh, thirsty me. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Scent of the day, Atelier Cologne's Filtre Ceylon, a nice tea scent. Oh, that sounds interesting. Do you think they give the faces of these brands, i.e. Ashton or Stephen, the best versions of their product, but the bottles going to market would have been corner cut, as Ashton or Stephen wouldn't be able to verify quality in all bottles? No, I don't think that. No. I know what you're saying, but no. But wouldn't it be right and proper and respectable if all those other YouTube perfume reviewers did talk about Eugene's perfumes? Yeah, it would, but they won't because they're not right and proper. This is the point I've been making for years. before I ever got my own channel. You know, I've got Ashton's sample set here. I'll probably do it. I'll probably go through Ashton's sample set at some point for you, if you want us to. I've got to be honest, they're not great. They're not great. You know? They're all right. They're designer level. But I don't think, like, Eugene's are like, I can tell you now, Eugene's are like 10 times better, at least. I'm not saying that to blow smoke up his fucking arse. And I haven't smelled the finished things. But I can't imagine that the perfumes will have got any worse since I smelled them. Like, even the early drafts were better. I don't want to say too much about, I mean, I'm sitting here, I've talked about it for the last 10 minutes. I don't want to say too much about it, but you should be looking forward to it. 30 plus watching, not anymore, there isn't, all the way to Z2. I've no doubt Eugene's fragrances will actually going to explode. The community will embrace no matter their failings. I don't know. I think some people will take the opportunity to try and kick back or get kickbacks. People will criticize the price regardless. Possibly. I don't know what the prices are going to be. Fantastic. Got Amber Supreme yesterday. Ambergris Bomb, scent of the day. Tango. Amber Supreme's fantastic, Dino. Tango was great, apparently. I wasn't a big fan of Tango. I liked Monte Cristo, but I think they've got rid of it. But I think if you've got Mona Diorio's Queer, then it's got the same smoke note. You know? You don't need it. Okay, that was an issue with one of the beauty YouTubers. They would showcase their collab on video. But the consumers would complain quality wasn't the same, and they got crap for it. Ambra Suprema Joy. Maybe just different people. Maybe they're just the beauty, like the beauty YouTuber was just like overhyping it. Ambra Suprema Joy. It is a joy. It is. It's an absolutely brilliant scent. Jonathan says, I have 2 of Ashton's fragrances and I think they're very interesting. No problem saying that. There's absolutely no problem saying that whatsoever. No problem at all. There was a couple of them I thought were better than like other ones. I was talking to Peter from Fragrance View, and he said he bought the Yuzu one and he sprayed it on, and the fragrance lasted for 16 hours on his skin, if not more. I might be downplaying it a bit there. You know? Big performance. I think that was one of the things he was going for. I don't think necessarily Ashton was targeting, or Stephen was targeting a type of audience, like the same audience that Eugene's going to be targeting. Are they clonish though? No. Not even close. No. Easily no. Alan Hansen says, never thought I'd do it, but I bought a set of 3 10 mils by Clive Christian. At their prices. Good fragrances. It's just a shame about the price. Rip off. Gucci Rush isn't amazing. I got myself a bottle of that and it was completely silent. Couldn't smell it whatsoever. I actually had to send it back. I've got a first impressions on that. You can literally hear it. I had to send it back. He had 2 hot baths or something and it was still on him. That's right, aye. Yeah, he's right there. Heavy hitters. Big. Are they clonish? Oh, you mean Ashtons? No. No, I don't think they are clonish. Do you know Baggio ordered M7 Oud Absolu the other day and he can't wait to get it. It's fantastic. A fragrance I paid full retail for. Smelled it. First time I'd ever smelled M7. Smelled it. Any version of M7. Smelled it in the shop. Walked away from the counter about 10 feet. Turned right back around on my heels. Went back and bought it. One of the best smelling designer perfumes I have ever smelled. Seriously. Love it. The original's even better. I mean, obviously, they're like the same fragrance, just like different points in time, reformulated differently and that, but oh, what a fragrance. Good evening, Manly Sense. How are you? I was able to dicker on the price of the Clive Christians. I didn't get a great deal, but a fair one. M7 Oud is worth a go. Ah, yes, absolutely. M7 was very original for its time. It's great fragrance. Remind like that and Magnetism by Escada. Very, very interesting fragrances, especially for the time. Host Beef, welcome. Jonathan, says Alan. If I had known how terrific and much better the original M7 was, it wouldn't have sat untouched for 6 months. Yeah, the original is better. I love the OJM7 killer. Hope the current version is still good. Smart a few years ago. Got a good deal on All Beauty. It is. Is it on All Beauty now, is it? I would get it back up if I could. I might do. You never know. You just don't know, do you? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I have also got, sat right here, a bottle of, well, a bottle. I've got a 10ml mini of Borley Masculine, which is a Ramsey favourite. And so when I found it on eBay, I told him, and he was shook again. He was double shook. He said, buy it. I said, all right, calm down. I waited a couple of weeks, and then I thought, oh, fucking hell, I go on, buy it. And so I did buy it, and now I own it, and it is here. It came from Austria. No, Spain. But the place was based in Austria. I don't know how that works. Anyway. If it wasn't so damn expensive, I'd back it up. That's right. Prohibitively. 56 quid on All Beauty. Fucking hell. That's cheap as chips. I tell you what, right? You'll pay 3 times. You'll pay 3 times more than that for a fragrance that isn't half as good. It's remarkable that it's a designer as well, you know. Fucking brilliant fragrance, like. Myrrh, patchouli, mandarin. oud, allegedly. I think I got the wrong one. Let me check. What do you mean you got the wrong one? You have the minis? Why not? I'd buy the minis if I could find just as to not use the big one. That's right. Again? Says Stefan. Yes, Stefan, again. I deleted the last one by mistake. I am a silly sausage. But yes, again. Deepest apologies. I've got these gifts for you, they're up in my bum. I'm hungry for silly sausage now. I bet you are. I've heard that about you. Went to bar for motto. Pardon? What have you been eating? Bad dog. What is that fragrance? Sorry. M7. M7. I've made Stefan hungry. I was talking to somebody else the other day that emailed us after the stream. They were like, "You've made us hungry." Who were talking about making sandwiches. Scent of the day's fragrances of Island Patrick. If you like soapy green fragrances, you should check it out. I do like soapy green fragrances. I've heard of fragrances of Ireland. Fosco, welcome. How are you? Hello, Duck. Scent of the Night Film Noir by Clandestine Laboratories. Do you know, I've never heard of that before. It never stops, does it? Like, seriously, every single time I come on a stream or I come to like make a video, somebody be like, "Oh, have you tried like such and such by like such and such a brand?" And I'm like, honestly, right, I've been doing this like since I was 16 and I have never heard of this brand. You know what I mean? It's incredible. Just an endless rabbit hole. It's crazy. It's brilliant. It's amazing. Sensational, some might say. There's always another brand. Scent of the Night, no. It's Film Noir by Clandestine Laboratories. I might see if I can find that. Clandestine Laboratories. Outrageous name. How dare you steal my joke? Hello, Margie Louise. How are you? If you could turn one fragrance into a full meal, which would you choose? Not Koros. Possibly M7, because then you would get at least you would get a cola with it. Or magnetism. Magnetism tastes like a cola. You know? Pavarotti. It's got honey. Patchouli. It's got some citrus at the top. Possibly Pavarotti, you know. Scent of the day, Volden Away, Girl on Heaven. I'm not huge on Volden Away, to be honest. Very floral. Alan, we are hungry bois. We are hungry bois. Hey, Lily. Oh, for Stefan Fragrance Eats mashup question. That's right, Stefan does eat. He has an Eats channel. Rich, although not per this chat, thank you for your endorsement of Aswahira by Penhaligon's. Yeah, my mate's got it, it's great. I sampled it, full bottle to arrives tomorrow. Outrageous. It is good, like. Halo, says Empty Sense. Halo, everyone. Fragrantica has over 70,000 fragrances plus tons that are not there. Is impossible. Yeah, they'll never end. How would you compare Salah to Messi? I mean, Messi's one of the greatest players of all time. Salah's like at the top of his game. Messi's clear of Salah by some considerable distance, but Salah's probably the best player in the world at the minute. Stefan, don't steal my fragrance, wives. I love my florals, says Margie. Fosco says, this is kind of like Pinot Clubman with expensive materials and real buttery orris. Smells like it's from the 40s. Ooh. Is that the one in Brooklyn? What's what in Brooklyn? Fragrance as a meal. Maybe something violet. Candied violet. I'm not into violets personally. Just discovered yesterday Zlatan Ibrahimovic has a line of fragrances. Oh, God. Crazy. Might try them. Refers to himself in the third person. Clearly got problems. Rich, what's your favorite amber dominant perfume? Amber Sultan. Perfume is much more complete than Fragrantica. Loads of people love Parfumo. You know? Loads of people love Parfumo. I ordered Valdenouille Extra. Should be arriving next week from Belgium. Outrageous. Extra is like really like... Extras are really interesting. Like, I'm intrigued by all of them, but I don't know that I want to buy any of them. Gourmands, sweets. My favorite amber is Persepolis by Arashia. Never heard of it. Another one. Ram is here. Welcome, Ram. How are you? Rich, did you make your mind up about the Cartier Oud? Yeah, I just took it back. I'm not going to bother. Gourmand, can't spell. Lime fragrances don't smell as good as they used to. That's a strange thing to say. I love lime in a fragrance. I must admit, I really do like lime in fragrances. Raul Jimenez is Messi's father. It's in the Bronx, not Brooklyn. What is? Look at you, Prof. Melvin. Margie, have you tried MFK Grand Soir? That's an amber. That's a go-to amber, apparently, but I haven't smelled it, says Lily. Margie Louise, for an odd amber, I'd try Oud and Amber by Cartier. Very unique, but harder to wear. Hi, Ramsey. My favorite amber is Amber Fetiche by Goutal. Yeah, that's a good one, to be fair. They've got 3 ambers. No, sorry, that's a lie. I'm thinking of a completely different house. My favorite amber is Amber Fetiche by Goutal. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking Amber Peugeot by MPEG, Maître Parfumier Elegantier. Ramsey, Basil Forte, 1989, John Veit, Cologne, Vile Pour Homme, all missing on Fragrantica about the Rom Parfumo. That Vile Pour Homme you sent me is absolutely fantastic. It is beautiful. Didn't get sort of got a compliment on it because I didn't wear it, but I had it like, I'd had it sprayed on my hand, and like someone came into the room and they were like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's this what I've just sprayed, Vile Pour Homme. And they were like, that is amazing. And like they kept talking about it. Like they kept coming back to it, do you know what I mean? Like it was nice. It was really nice. Not easy to find either. Ramsey, best RP Bandy and the differences between the versions. Cliff Notes. Yes, Ramsey. Floral Notes wants to know information on the different versions of Piguet's Bandy, and I said you were the man. I think you made the right choice, Rich. Thanks. Ah, Micah, welcome. On Sword, nice, I like it. It is nice. I ain't buying it, not for his prices. Silly sausage that he is. Thanks, I really enjoy Vault in a way. The extra is heavenly. Ambra Aurea takes the cake for Pradeep Sakar. I like it. I've got a sample of it lurking on my bedroom. Hold on a second. I'll see if I can find it. Where are you? It was just here the other day. Is that it? I've got those Hermes next to me bed because I've been sampling them. Where is it? No, fuck off. It was here. I want to find it now. Shit. Is that it? Where are you? That's not it. Is that it? That's not it. Some Centauri perfumes. And sampling me some Centauri. And a good little perfumer, Peter. Don't tell him I said that. It was just here, man. I was looking at it the other day thinking, oh, I'll spray it. It's Ambra Eternel. Have you ever noticed how the viewers go higher when I don't say anything? Bit of a kick in the tits, though. Where is it? Fuck off. That's Gaultier 2. That's a Centauri perfume. I don't know which one. It was right, yeah, man. Is that it? No, that's another Centauri perfume. Right, they're going in the bin. Where is it, man? It's driving us up the wall now. I'm just going to throw a meltdown and throw everything on the floor. That'll teach it. Ow. Oh, sorry, people. I can't find it. I'll find it as soon as the stream's finished. You watch. What a bastard. But no, I've got a sample of Ambra Aurea somewhere, and find it I cannot. Right. It was a couple of minutes. I'm going back to the bathroom. Don't leave. Don't touch anything. Don't spill anything. Don't look at anything. But if you see me Ambra Aurea, let us know. driving me up the wall, this bloody sample, you know. Where is it? It's not there. I'm going to have to get back to your chats in a minute. But I really, really want to find it now. It's an absolute kick in the tits, this. Come on. What's going on? Where I put it? I haven't moved it. Or have I? No, I don't think I have. Screw it. I'm going to have to start paying attention to the chat again. Apologies, chat. I've abandoned you. There it is! Aha! Ha 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 ha! For all the people who doubted us, ha ha! That is Amber Oreo, isn't it? Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Some testing on skin for Amber Oreo. Ha ha ha! Get in! Ha ha! Excuse me whilst I hydrate. But I think we'll all agree I deserve some hydration after that mighty search. Right. Amber Oreo's got this almost orangey sort of vibe at the top. You know, I don't know if you've ever... I don't know, like, how many of you are like, familiar with Iron Brew. But it's got an iron... It's got an irony orange at the top. Right, it's definitely got that, like, it reminds us of that colour and taste and texture, you know? It's, oh, that's cold hydration. Oh, yes. We'll celebrate with some cold water. We know how to live. How about Amber Oreo from Perfume Aroma? Topical, Nick Nastros. It's good. I like it. It's different from Amber Sultan. Doesn't have the herbs. Ronaldo the GOAT. I'm not sure about that. Do you know? MFK Grand Soir was too big for me. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm starting to collect ambers now. Look at Maitre Parfumi Arrogantia. They've got 3 ambers and they're really good. Really good. It's a good house. Clandestine Laboratories is in the Bronx. Thanks, Alan, in chat for Rex. How about Amber Oreo from Perfume Aroma? Good. It's very good. It's going to be very linear. It's got a sort of mentholated quality at the top. Hi, Ramsey, says Rachel. Vial pour on that good, eh? Yes. Really nice. Really nice. I'd love a bottle. Yes, Pradeep. Margie Grand Soir was too much for me too, says Christy. Have you tried Carna Barcelona? Yes, I've got Carna Queers. It's lovely. I have to put it on the list. MPEG, MPG, does great amber fragrances. Yes. Jonathan, not the late 90s or early 2000s versions. Oof, that's a tough one. Tell her to email me. My email is on my channel and I can dig up some stuff. Yes, do that, Lily. Earlier than Manly. Don't know. Germs, Gutal Amber sounds interesting. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's nice. What to wear today, says Duncan. Vial pour on if you've got it. Mitch, do you ever plan to try the discontinued Tom Ford private blends from 2007? I wish I could try the original lineup. Nothing would make us happier. Unfortunately, the prices are scandalous. I saw a bottle of Moss Bresh on eBay, and they wanted something silly like fucking 800 quid for 50 mil. Maybe it's even more, might be closer to £1,000, you know. Rich, did you zoologist in samples include seahorse? I know you're a fan of Raskinate. I don't know. I've got one packet left to open, and if it's not in there, then I didn't get it. But I hope that I did. I just ordered some vial from Anuj. Maybe look there. Which one, Rachel? Okay, Ramsey will do. Thank you. Yep, sent you the link on Insta. Excellent, much appreciated. Ertelang, have you tried any from Clandest? I'm not sure if any designers have full ambers in their main line. I'll tell you what's quite a nice one, actually, for a designer. I mean, it's expensive as fuck now, but it used to, I got mine for a tenner. And it's Potion by D Squared. Just a really pleasant, nice amber. You know? Designer line. Tenner. You'll pay hundreds for it now, though. Yes, Christy, too big for this girl. No problem, Marge. It's fantastic. I don't know about current formulation, but I have the old square bottle and annex. Yes. I've got a square bottle of vetiver, a square bottle of lavender, and a square bottle of eau de sud. Not yet. There are many on my to-try list. You? Any suggestions? We're unsupervised. Hide lemons somewhere. Rich can't find them. I know where you can stick lemons. I only tried Film Noir. It's probably my best pick of the year so far. I haven't tried anything else. I'm going to get a sample pack. Has anyone ever tried anything from Olfactive Studios? Asked Ron. Bosco, I'm aiming at a sample pack too. So glad to know you like Film Noir. How do you hydrate and dehydrate with pin drop silence? I'm just a fucking very good at it. Early Greek had some good things to say about Assam as well. I watched Tom's video today. It was about Nuita Bakelite by Naomi Goodsay. I can't find my Balenciaga. Oh no. Ramsey, Lumiere Blanche. Quite nice, actually. Germs, no problem. I don't discriminate too hard on vintage versus current formulations. I like to give them all a try. I haven't explored Goutal yet. Need to eventually. Yes, leather shot and ombre indigo sheeper shot. I was hoping Ettore Bugatti would be one of the few lemony scents Rich would like, but alas, it wasn't meant to be. Haven't tried it yet, mate. Haven't tried it yet. I've only tried one of them. I've been absolutely snowed under with perfume recently. Ramsey, I've tried Irish Shot and I thought it was pretty nice. Pradeep, uh-oh. Anyone watch Fury last night? That uppercut was a thing of beauty. Fucking Dillian White wants to be ashamed of himself. Ramsey, I have not tried Olfactive Studios, but Smurfy Girlie has, and she likes Irish Shot. Also, I think Eve Spider smells like Woody Shot. I trust those girls for Rex. Iron Brew gives me mad heartburn. Oh, it's just made. It's just concocted from like it's just made from the piss of evil deer, from the devil's own satanic herd. You know what I mean? How did you manage to lose your bottle of Balenciaga? Damn. No bubbles. I may not stick around for too long unless this oversight is corrected. Do you promise? I still have the samples. I remember thinking they are nice, but I haven't worn since, if that tells you anything. Hi, Galen. Yes, I kind of miss the bubbles too. Today, we are bubbleless. Tune in next time for bubbles. Hi, Barry. How are you? Rich, do I need the vintage women's obsession or is the current okay? Anuj has the vintage women's obsession, I do believe. I might be wrong. But if you can get the vintage, I would always recommend getting the vintage if you can get it. Galen waves at Margie. Margie ignores Galen, as it should be. Do you have any Factice fragrances? I don't know what you mean. I've got Factice bottles. And yes, I do have the giant Koros. If we all blow really hard, maybe we can make our own bubbles. If you blow that, you want to be careful blowing that hard. I told Galen recently he simply put on a Don Ho album. More bubbles than one might fathom. Margie Louise. I told Galen recently to put on... No, sorry, I've already said that. Lol, Alan. Scent of the day, Antaeus. Ooh. Which version of Antaeus, though? Is anyone familiar with Otto Parisi's Burger Mask? Sending you some Teo Cabanel samples. Thank you very much. Burger Mask is great. I love it, says Essential Eyes. Or did he say demonic and not satanic? It's just made from evil, I'm telling you. Once Rich hits 1,000 subscribers, Rich will bring out the bubbles. Not long now. 921, apparently, the last time I checked. I get a nosebleed if it gets much higher. This Amber Oreo is outrageous. It's very mentally. It's got some kind of like it's got some kind of resin in it. It's a little bit incensey as well. It's got a cleanliness to it, like a what's it got going on? It's got something going on. I would never ignore Galen, says Margie. I would. Scent of the day is Pour Monsieur EDT. Nice. Smells awful on me, though. Oh, it smells rotten. One of the reasons I don't like lemon is because of Pour Monsieur EDT. EDP is sensational. I hope so, Margie Louise. I miss the bubbles, too. The bubbles will be back, just not today. Real ambergris and amber Oreo, I think. I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. I'd be surprised if they used that. They do use good stuff, though. They're very good materials and they're well made. They're very linear, though. Literally, if you smell the fragrance at like 5 minutes in, you've smelled the fragrance all the way through. It doesn't change. It doesn't change whatsoever. You couldn't if you tried. Margie's hair is too iconic. Is that about Galen? Looks like a shaggy dog, doesn't he? Heretic makes a burger musk. Simple but easy to enjoy. What is a burger musk? Amber Oreo is lovely. Time to get that one back out. Bergamot and musk. That's what Dior Cologne 2013 is, isn't it? Instead of the bubbles, maybe Rich can put up the photo of Eugene dressed as Roger Dove. Oh, I've got it, I think. I've still got it somewhere. Rich, thoughts on Ambrette? As a note, do you love it? Not really. Have you ever tried? I'm not a big fan on musk, amber, that sort of thing. Just not my thing. Can smell nice on other people, but on me it just smells like fucking white musk from the Body Shop. You know? I wonder if Eugene is still here. I don't think he is. I think he's busy. I think he's a busy boy. So this amber Oreo has definitely got like some kind of like crystalline, clean, pure, incensey sort of thing going on, you know? I'll see if I can find it. I might put it in the community tab later. All work and no play makes Eugene a dull boy. I cannot do any accents. Someone's just sent us a message saying you can do loads of accents. I'm like, no, I can't. Really, Rich, I'm starting to love Ambrette. Have you tried the Eremangildo Xenia Ambrette? He does it. He does an Ambrette. What's it called? Peruvian Ambrette. That's what it's called. Look it up, see if you can find it. You might be able to find it at a discount. There's a good quality scent, those. Someone was talking about Florentine Iris earlier, and that's a nice scent as well. I can't show the photo, especially if he's not here. I cannot be exposing people's proclivities when they're on their own, or if they're in shops and they decide to try on an outrageous jacket. I would have to get permission. Yeah. Excuse me. Tired. Take me medication in a minute. What are you wearing for your meal, Alan? You said you were going to wear something. Chanel 18 has a good ambrette. Rich is such a gentleman. Oh, it's like you hardly know us at all, Margie. I'm seriously considering B683 X-Ray. Haha, Alan, it's okay. I'll get you. I'm a 90s kid. Alan referencing the Overlook Hotel. Oh. Or am I miles off? Oh, excuse me. Once I hydrate, and by hydrate I mean take my tablets. Essentially, every time I do something now, I say excuse me whilst I hydrate. That could be because I also hydrate while I do everything, but there we are. These tablets in us. Yikes. I fucking rattle when I walk soon, you know. Ah, Jura Rose is here. I met Jura Rose on Thursday, didn't I, Jura? Jura Rose convinced me to buy a tuberose fragrance by mistake. It's all right. I intend to correct it soon enough. Don't tell everyone what I bought, Jura. Today, that is, not on Thursday. Don't tell everyone that. Because it's a surprise. Fucking hell, the viewers have, like, swung wildly tonight. We've been up to, like, 38. We've been down to, like, 19. How strange. Oh! Thanks, Pradeep. I will check that out. I have some great Chanel stores and counters nearby. Hello, everyone, says Jura Bros. Hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. No, it doesn't. It hopes you all have a nasty Sunday. Came here for the pictures of the Manchester trip. There are none. Which is a great shame, actually. We should have all got a picture taken together. Jura's partner was most upset. How many times did you tell him to shut up, or rather, how many times did he ask you to? I did tell him to shut up once, I think. Just so we would remember. Just so we would remember the time I told him to shut up in person. Yeah, Rachel, the 90s were fashionable. Or fashionable right now. Oof. Those big jumpers. Honestly, everybody looks back at the 90s. It was one of the best decades to be alive in the West. You know? It's one of the best decades to be alive in the West, possibly ever. That's good. Did he bring the Naomi goods, sir? He did. I smelled it. I bought it by mistake. Scent of the day, Cedra Sambac. Is that one of the 4 samples that you got, whereas I only got 2? It's a big jasmine fragrance, isn't it? I was just talking about Jura before, saying how I bought like 5 fragrances and got 2 samples. Jura didn't buy any, and he got 4. Naomi Goods are making my favorite leather scents right now. What else did she make? What other leather fragrances did she make? I'll tell you one thing that I bought. I bought Nuida Bakelite, and didn't realize how heavy on the tuberose it was. So I have decided to swap it out for Bois de Assessis. But I'm going to get samples of the rest of them. Love Cedra Sambac. Not a big fan of the jasmine. I'll tell you what, I've been really surprised with. That Agar Ebony is absolutely lovely. But it does smell like... what does it smell like? It does smell like L'Instant de Galant. EDP, EDT, either. won't mention that you bought Naxos, don't worry. I did not. I actually hissed at the Zerzhov counter and the Roger counter. Hissed at them. In September, Wes and I are planning a trip to London and north to Leeds to see old friends. I hope you here on chat join us to shop smells. Alan Hansen. I shall have to remember that. I will send you something when you are in this country. I may be able to see you. I may not be able to come and meet you. I don't know. It'll depend what I'm like at the time. But I've had an idea. Hi, Jura. Rachel agreed. I am in love with Naomi Goodson. The Weed of Bakelite is my favourite. Amazing. Really, Rachel, I need to check out the house. Floral notes. Jura has exercised his influence over the duck to buy a tuber rose fragrance. I've been influenced. Drawn by Sense. What a description, says Dino. Man, if Sebastian keeps getting more perfumes over a black hole in San Francisco, that's right. San Francisco will just sort of like collapse under its own weight. Margie, some amazing stuff. We have halters and then NG really smells of halter leathers. Yep, 90s were definitely the best. We still had hope of the American dream. Don't worry. It'll get better, don't worry. All is not lost. Jura, so amazing. The Sign of the Lemon. Wow, Rachel. I will def check that out. If you know what the real thing smells like, can't wait. Corpus Equus. Is that what it is? Louis de Bakelite is a work of art. It's alright. Carnal flower tuberose made me lose sleep for a couple of days. Yikes. Why, Pradeep? Oh shit, it's Richie G. Richie G's here? Good lord. Look at him with his big smile and his yellow hair. Why, Pradeep? Agar Ebony smells like it has real Cambodia oud oil, but apparently it doesn't. Almost certainly doesn't. Well, I mean, it doesn't. I'm not driving you to London. It's all right, son. You're a shit driver. 51.3 miles to the gallon on the way down. 49.3 on the way back up. Dick. Richie J, it's you. The legend himself. Haha. Hey, Jura. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your time in Manchester. He did. Margie, it is so heady, has this cooling effect. Milk you dry down, gave me a headache. Richie J, if we ever go to London, we're flying. I'll pay. Don't worry, but you are coming. But if we go down there, I've thought it. I don't care if we've got to go to get a train from Heathrow to the hotel. We're flying. There's no way I'm driving fucking 4 hours or sitting on a train. Fuck the train. Unless they invent the Hyperloop. Margie is so heady. I've read that. Corpus Equus is amazing. Agreed. Outrageous. Which other Corpus Equus? Which other Naomi Goodser have you tried, Jonathan? Oh, gotcha, project. I totally got how it can do that. A question to frag heads out there, says Barry Atrion. Do you share the same passion for fragrances with your partner, significant other? How do you get along? Richie G's the closest thing I've got to a significant other. All uphill on the way back. Aye. The additional weight from all the food we ate, had no doubt had an effect on the miles per gallon. You can't argue with that, like. Honestly, me and Richie G destroyed some KFC before we set off. I got quite upset. I got hangry before we set off. Well, when we were like 5 minutes out of Manchester, I was like, I want food now. I made him pull over at a KFC. Fucking destroyed that boneless banquet. It was sensational. Nobody in the world imagine I have more than one fragrance. Train from LGW to Sofia to Victoria Station is posh. Ooh. I won't drive more than 4 hours. That's the most. You should try having a destroyed hip. Try having a destroyed hip. I drove down to Manchester. I'd have drove back actually. It wasn't the pain of like me back. It wasn't me back that was giving us the bother. It's that I'm so unfit. Like me legs and me arms and me fucking like me muscles and me back were aching, but like the actual bones of me back weren't hurting. Bois d'Arcessy is nice, though expensive for 50 mil. It's 150 euros here, which is not bad. Not bad. It's not bad. Sensational, says Duncan. Welcome, Duncan. Bariatrion, my ex hated fragrances. My new gag, I care less how much I spray. That's good. Definitely an upgrade then. Naomi Good says a few good fragrances. There's a few goodies. Queer Velours being one. I'm interested in Queer Velours is like the horse leather one, isn't it? Iris Sondra is great as well. My amazing husband is amused at my fragrance obsession and just plays along. It's basically what Richie G does now. He was a fragrance obsessive, and then he sort of like calmed his passion. Every once in a while, he'll buy something outrageous, and I'll be like, "What?" Like outrageous. Like you got some What About Adam a couple of weeks ago. And that was that's an outrageous fragrance. It's fantastic. Pardon me, that's disgusting. Just buy the other La Vie Bella Sauvage. Ooh, don't do that. Corpus Equus is the horse one. A Duchefort, the most recent release, Queer Velours is the Rascanet Immortel Suede. I have the Corpus Equus and I still can't get over how good it is. Outrageous. Outrageous. Outrageous that Richie G's actually fucking here talking. He rarely comes on the stream. I've got an itchy chin. I'd own all the Naomi Good, sir. I saw her in an interview with her. Dua Rose sent an interview with her today. She's a little bit strange. But I suppose they all are, really. You've got to be strange to come at it like from an angle, haven't you? You know what I mean? I've been starting to get into the note of Immortel recently. My wife treats me like a freak and thinks everything I buy smells the same. They obviously do not. How dare she? My wife treats me like a friend. I've read that, sorry. Jura same. I wish Mal turned his country home, Notre Dame, candles into perfumes. Yeah, there's a couple of them. I wish he turned some of his perfumes into candles, actually. Imagine music for a while as a candle. Imagine that. That would be incredible. Imagine Promise as a candle. Geranium Pour Monsieur. A geranium candle. I don't think that'd be possible. For some reason, I just get that. I don't know why, but I just think geranium wouldn't be a candle. Richie J, I gave you a present. Equus is a good play, decent movie. It's there. Sunshine Man, Jonathan. Yeah, Sunshine Man's a good motel fragrance. I find it very creamy, though. Richie J says, my wife appreciates the fragrances, but she doesn't collect them herself. She supports it, though. Got me a frag cabinet for Christmas one year with the help from the duck. That's right. That's right, she did. We did. And it's full now, isn't it? It's full now, isn't it, Richie G? He's going to have to start keeping them in the car soon because there's no room in the house. Geranium Pour Monsieur for some reason gives me a huge headache. Yes, Duncan. I need to sort that out. Goutal Sable has Immortel. Love it. Richard G, that sounds promising. Easy convert. There's several in the car. Not already. Outrageous. He does. He takes his fragrances to work. He was talking about needing some sprayers the other day so that he can decant into his sprayers so he can spray them when he's like out and about. Doesn't like wearing his better fragrances at work. I would say that's like the best place to wear them. Like keep you entertained, you know. But what do I know? Cafe Society candle is music for a while. What does that mean, Pradeep? Yes, Richie G's wife, she does. She texts us and says, what does this smell like? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. You might try it. You might like it. It's hard to figure out her taste, though, isn't it? She's got very particular taste. Very particular taste. I'm eyeing up this Kit Kat, you know. Bought a Kit Kat earlier. I thought, like, open only in case of emergency. Jura Rose says, I'll be back. Just got to eat quickly. Eat quickly. We know what happened the last time you ate something, though, don't we, Jura Rose? You had curry. Or you had spicy food, sorry, not curry. Spicy food, and you paid for it. Big time. The name of the candle is Cafe Society. It smells like FM music for a while. Who makes that candle? Frederick Mall? Meanwhile, Ramsey is doing this is not a top 10 office fragrances. He's just had to go back to the office. Jesus, Frederick, I didn't know that. I'll have to get onto that. I've been burning my today's candle of the day is Queer by who's it by? Diptyque. Queer by Diptyque. Fantastic. Smells like imperial leather. You know the soap? It's also got like a slightly like it smells a bit like Queer d'Orange as well by Hermes Essence. Enrique Vasquez says, did you like Synthetic Jungle? No, not my type of fragrance. Not my type of fragrance at all. Green, pissy, shitty kind of white floral thing. It's just not my type of fragrance. I just don't like that smell. Don't like white florals at all. Which is strange considering how ubiquitous they are. Made by the same perfumer, Carlos Ben Haim. I'm going to have to, like, literally, like, Pradeep, you realize next time I go into town, which is tomorrow, no, it's Tuesday, I'm going to the mall counter and I'm going to ask them if they've got this candle, Cafe Society. I've just realized Pradeep Sekar's little picture's changed. It looks like a Frederick Mall thing. P.S. Rachel, I don't love the first mint. It's so green, but then I really like it. It's a terrible name for a fragrance as well. Yeah, it's a shocking name for a fragrance. I'm a green fan, super interested in how modern green accords are being made. I don't know how this is being made, but I don't like synthetic jungle. Didn't like it. White, floral, pissy, shitty green. Shitty green fragrance. Really didn't care for it. There's a lot of people out there who will love it, though. You know, it's got a huge market. It's got a huge market for it, I imagine. Duck has a good eye. Just the one, though. Terrible fragrance name. Oh, we're back to Baby Cat. It doesn't come out till the 1st. I went to Manchester. By God, I went to Manchester. I went to the YSL boutique and I said, "Where's Baby Cat?" And they said, it's not out in the UK until the 1st of June. And I was like, that's ages, bitch. And it was like, "Don't call me bitch." I was like, "Oh, shit." No, I didn't actually say that. I did say, though, when is it out? And she said the 1st of June. So, yikes. The notes look absolutely sensational. She was like, "Oh, it smells really good." I was like, "Well, you're not going to say it smells shit, are you? You know? Shut up." Elephant is a great green fragrance. Who's that by? Who makes Elephant? Duncan. I've got a feeling I'm going to know this, aren't I? Oh, is it not Zoologist? It is a bad name. Synthetic Jungle. You know? Just what you're doing. I love Synthetic Jungle. Not many are doing contemporary green with a classy touch like that. No, I would agree. I get the point you're making about how it's more of a classic style being released today. Been wanting to try Elephant, says Rachel. Rich, do you ever buy something that isn't exactly a masterpiece but still pretty good perfume for the value so you can liberally spray? Yes, Santal Messiah. Does value for money win you over? There is nothing better than a bargain. I spend money on fragrances, but like I was saying before about Roger Dove's, there's a point at am I spending £1,000 on a fragrance? It had better be a pretty fucking good fragrance. It's got to be better than Diaghilev. Do you know what I mean? You want £1,000 for a fragrance? It's got to be better than the moon. The night. It's got to be better than Diaghilev if you want £1,000 for it. You know. Value for money, yes. It's all about what you want and what you want from the fragrance. You assign the value. I love a bargain, right? There is nothing better than a bargain, but I'm also willing to pay for quality, but I'm not willing to be ripped off. That's probably the best way I can describe my philosophy to you. You know? But as far as what you're saying is, do you ever buy something that isn't exactly a masterpiece, but it's still pretty good perfume for the value? So you can spray liberally. Yeah, Santal Messiah. It's not a masterpiece. It's a good fragrance. You get a lot of it for the money. 200 ml. I paid roughly half retail price for my one. And it's not a very loud fragrance. I put about like 20 sprays of that on at once. You know, it's very pleasant. Nobody's going to be offended by it. Sandalwood, Messiah wood, coconut milk. Lovely, beautiful perfume. That's why I would say that they're the best type, because it's really well made and it's got really good ingredients in it. But is it a masterpiece? No. So you can just wear it liberally. Value for money will win me over, definitely, depending on what it is. You know? I'm an SJ fan, Synthetic Jungle fan. Floral does dive back a bit. Also try Eldo Elorge Dutrat for a burst of green. Eldo are a really good value for money brand. If you want, excuse me. Eldo's a really good brand if you're looking for value for money. You can find them at discounters. Eris Green Spell is better than Synthetic Jungle, in my opinion. Are they similar, Fosco? Richie G, I'm banging to a bargain. Oh, aye. Oh, aye. He loves no better. I was just talking about rhubarb earlier as well, and how much you love rhubarb as like a fragrance note. You were a fan of paprika as well, weren't you? Eris Green Spell and Eldo are going on the list. A zoologist. Synthetic Jungle reminds me when I used to walk in the mountain cutting the very tall wild grass to open space and continue. Is that green? Enrique Vasquez, your thoughts on Chanel's Boy? It's a good fougere, but it's not. It's too much. You can get better fougères for a lot less money. And the performance is shite. The performance is awful. Awful. It's not a good performance, especially not for the money. I'm intrigued by this question from Margie Louise. Thanks, Rich. As my perfume collection grows, some perfumes are just good value for money. Even if not my absolute favourite, then I can spray away. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That Santal Messiah, it was almost half price. Like, I paid like 175 quid for it, and they're like 305 at retail for 200 ml. And I like it. You know what I mean? It's extremely pleasant. There is, like, I can't think of any time when that fragrance would go down badly, you know? And sometimes you just need, like, something soft and calm and cooling, you know? And I've got quite a few fragrances like that. And sometimes I genuinely pine for them, you know? And when they're like in big bottles as well, or when they are of like such good value that you don't have to worry about spraying them. Like Richie G will tell you this. Richie G's, I'm always talking about, we're talking to Richie G like, oh, why don't you wear like your better fragrances more often? He's like, I'm not wearing fucking like Chanel and Eau Sauvage at work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not wearing, like, I feel like I'm wasting them at work. Whereas these fragrances that I'm talking about now and Margie's talking about, then you can literally just throw them on because they're such good value for money that they're great. Hello, Joe. On average, Joe. I've used a few less favorite perfumes as linen spray, no joke, and it made for a terrific sleeping scent. Lavender. Lavender's beautiful for putting on the sheets or on the pillow. I got this big 300ml eau de lavande. Rich G actually bought us a bottle as well once. Big 300ml eau de lavande by L'Occitane, and you could just throw it on your sheets. You could just cover yourself in it. I used to spray so much on myself I would get cold because, like, obviously it would evaporate. Honestly, just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I might get myself another bottle for when the summer rolls around, actually. Duck. Emoji. Hey, chat. I don't like 50ml. If you want to sell it, you lost a lot of money. I always struggle to spend loads on spring summer stuff because the performance is rarely very good. I much prefer to get them with good value that I can go to town on. Yeah. You can always find better value. Like, the best value stuff will come from like autumn winter perfumes, definitely, because they're thicker, they're deeper, they last longer, and that's a large part of like getting good value. The best rhubarb perfume in the world is the Zoo's Rhubarb My Love by Christophe Laudemiel. Rhubarb My Love. Hermes do a rhubarb écarlate, which is absolutely sensational. And Richie J really likes that as well. Yes, in fact, I utilized Dirty Lavender by Heretic for linen spray. Dirty Lavender. Hi, Joe, says Margie Louise. Yeah, good value for money still has to be pretty darn good for us. Yeah, exactly. It's all about your reference point. It's all about what you consider. It's like value is like what you consider good value, you know? Other people like one man's trash is another man's treasure and all that sort of thing. You know? Like, this person, whoever had bought this Santal Messiah, was willing to take £140 hit, 130, £140 hit on it, just to get rid of it. And because they bought it brand new, that it was brand new, they'd sprayed it twice and thought, oh fuck, I don't like that. And I picked it up, so I thought it was good value. They didn't. Simple as, really. Do you like the note of cherry in perfumes? No. No, I don't. They always remind me of cough sweets. Cherry cough sweets and lipstick. Not lipstick. Lip balm. $50ml are good for large collections. I agree with that. Those 15ml, not even 50ml, Mike, are 15. Those Hermes Essence 15ml bottles are fucking brilliant. Like, if you've got a large collection. And let's face it, says Margie Louise, they can't all be masterpieces. No, you can't. No, they can't all be masterpieces. You're right. Not every single perfume out there is a masterpiece, is it? You can own only masterpieces, but then again, what do you consider a masterpiece? You know? It's all very subjective. Margie is right. Margie could have 100 fragrances and she could consider them all masterpieces. I could turn up and say, Margie, they're all crap. And I wouldn't consider any of them masterpieces. But it doesn't detract from the fact that she spent her money on what she considered masterpieces, and she has got them, and she wears them, and they're hers, and she loves them. You know what I mean? That's the point. And it's vice versa. It's true, you know. She could come to my house, see my perfume collection, and be like, Christ, they're all absolutely shit. How dare you? You know what I mean? It's so subjective, and it's such a personal thing. No one person's opinion is any better than anyone else's. Yes, I always sell my fragrance to rotate. In that case, 50 mil are not helpful. I may have less than 10 freshies out of my 100 plus frags. Figure I won't be able to go through most of the collection, so I generally aim for 50 mils these days. No, I know what you mean. Richie G says, everyone's hobby interest is always subject to the disposable income. Luckily, with fragrances, you can get into it at all kinds of levels. Yes. Yes. Especially with vintage stuff as well. You can get some stuff that isn't, you can get vintage fragrances for next to nothing, and you can get modern formulations of old fragrances for next to nothing. It's brilliant. That's what I would do if I wasn't like so into the vintage, into the acquiring of vintages. The new Aaron Terence Hughes Raw Cherry is dark, rich, and oody. Lovely, but yes, it does have a medicinal overtone. Yes, I have the Hermes Rhubarb, but not the Zoo Rhubarb is better. But the Zoo Rhubarb is better. I just sold a 50 mil at market value. Better and less expensive. Micah says it's hard to find a fragrance, but I was still surprised I got what I asked for. It's a weekend, Rich. People come and go. They certainly do. Hello, Arnold. Scent of the day vintage Yattigan as usual. You're a big fan of that. Yeah, 15 and 30 mil are great. I will be honoured to sniff your collection, Rich. You are welcome. I'm with vintage. So many minis available and attractive to look at. Exactly. You can't knock a mini. I got this mini bally masculine the other day, and I'm absolutely cock-a-hoop. Proskufka Romina, you made it. How are you? Hi, everyone. Happy Easter to all who celebrate today. Did you want to ask something? Proskufka, yeah. Do you know, Anouge has just sent me some pictures, and I don't know what they are. Ooh. I see that Joe and Hillary are going to be going live soon. That'll be good. I've been looking forward to that for a couple of days. But it's just got suddenly very cold here. Anth W. Rich, have you smelled Mask Milano Romanza? Yes. Is that the iris one? I think Cristiano Canali did a good job with this one. I think Romanza is the iris one, is it not? I have smelled it, but I don't know that if I can remember it. If it's not the iris one, then I can't remember it. But I have smelled it. Nice Kate Bush impression, Rich. Sorry if I was singing your name inappropriately there, Prushkufka. Yeah, I got some minis from France like a month ago. Koros Equipage Rock France is amazing for that. Yes, so's Italy. Italy's like a little haven for like vintage fragrances. What do you think brands are using the note of cannabis in it? Why do you think brands are using the note of cannabis in their perfumes Guns Habit Rouge L'Instinct. Latessa is the iris. I don't remember the Romanza, sorry. I don't know why they're using cannabis in their perfumes. I think it might be because now it's like legalized a lot in the States, that they could be like trying to like capitalize on that. Maybe they're trying to be controversial. Maybe they're trying to be like weird or different. They'll never top opium. We'll never get anywhere close to opium. Opium's the fragrance if you're looking for that sort of thing. That Kinski's meant to have a marijuana note in it. It's just not there. It's just not there. It's just not a thing. It's not a thing. Forgive us. I must go to the bathroom once again. Richie G, make sure no one leaves. Richie G has the con. My hands are soaking. What the fuck? Oh. Let's see how Richie G did. I don't know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Pour on a mic. Oh. The pressure is on. That's right. Narcotica's eponymous perfume is amazing. Notes of cannabis, oud, patchouli, and more. Excuse me. Great stuff, says Alan Hansen. Welcome, Jack Dean. Nice lips. I tried Byredo's Open Sky and was underwhelmed. I think everything by Byredo is underwhelming, to be honest. The Palo Santo Dry Down was nice. Anyone want to see him? Anyone want to time him to see if he washes his hands? I always wash my hands. Afonso says, my wife told me if I buy any more perfume, she's going to piss off with me. Just bought 3 now. I'm going to be dead next week. Whoops. No sound at all. So I leave this phone in the bedroom when I go to the bathroom. You don't want to. I take the other phone that I read the chat on. Well, just seen the beginning of the cannabis explosion. Couple more years, it'll be everywhere and in everything. Yeah, I don't think it's a particularly useful note. Like, Music Festival by Replica has one as well. Almost look like a homage to artist James Marsh. Maybe it is a space station toilet. It is not. Strange considering it wouldn't seem like a versatile note. No, I wouldn't have thought so. Shiva Vareen says the cannabis note may become the next oud thing for fragrances. Even though it's not new, the millennial zoomers here are always smelling like it. Alfonso, leave them in your car and slip them onto your collection every few weeks. That's what I may have done. Richie G may have done that. He may have done that. Is there a real note? Is there a real need for a cannabis note, says Lily? If I wanted to smell it, I could just go outside. That's right. Some people want to smell like it. Oh, I'm yawning hard now. I'm going to go in a few minutes. And then Joe, on average, Joe's doing a stream with Hillary and Yara. I don't know if I should catch up or just watch live. Just watch live and then catch up with it once it's finished. Hi all, hi Lego East. Thought I'd missed it. No sound, no bubbles. Then the squeaky door made me realize we're live. That's right. Grapefruit seemed to take the mantle after the oud explosion to me. Grapefruit seemed to take the mantle after the oud explosion to me. Everything had grapefruit in it at one point. It was ambroxan. It was ambroxan that took the oud explosion. And it's caramel at the minute. It's caramel and tonka. Everything's like smelling like Baccarat Rouge at the minute. And it'll change soon to something else. I thought it was going to be oak, and there are quite a few oak fragrances kicking about at the minute, but it hasn't taken off in the same way that oud had. Alfonso says it's coming on Royal Mail. Yeah. Richard G will have an answer for that. Royal Mail, that's easy. Someone in the chat has gifted you them. See? Richard G's a pro. Lego East, as per tradition, join when he's in the loo. That's right. People in the US started feeding their dogs cannabis because they have ADHD. They don't know that dogs can't have it. AKA are normal animals that need to be exercised, something owners could also benefit from. Ooh, Preskufka chose violence. Easy fix, I guess. But agree with you. Shouldn't be giving animals drugs, surely. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, unless it's catnip. I'm not even sure about that. I'm in California and I smell cannabis on the streets often. I do not care to wear it as a perfume personally. Cannabis notes don't smell like cannabis, they just smell dark and green. Bry, hello all. Hello, Bry. He is late today. There's about 150 dirt bikes and four-wheelers out here at my work doing wheelies. Ruining my nap. Damn. Not sure if Johnny Depp is wearing Sauvage to the court. He's not the face of Sauvage anymore. It's that time of year, famous. Same here in New York. I like cannabis smell, but don't want to wear it. I thought Flora Botanica was not bad at all. Yeah, I quite like the smell of cannabis, but I think it's one of those things that, like, I like the smell of it when it's being breathed out, like when it's like being exhaled. You know? Folks doing donuts in the middle of the road with their infinities. Get your ticket book out, Jonathan. That's right. Wave your walking stick at them like I do. Margie Louise, I agree with you about the note of cannabis, but it's mild in narcotica, which works well. Anth W says Romanza. Absinthe, Orange Blossom, Angelica, French Narcissus, Absolute. Violet leaves, jasmine, vetiver, cedarwood, patchouli, amber, myrrh. Think you would like it. Interesting. It's got jasmine and orange blossom in it. No, I'm thinking of orange flower. I'm not a big fan of white florals, but there's a good chance I do like it. But me and Richie G smelled them. We're sat at Nero's. We sat at Nero's, the coffee shop, one day. Good night, Richard Gardner. Mr. G. The people are big fans of Richie G. I may as well get a bottle or two. Cannabis is sure a weird smell to walk around with. A niche smells in a sense. Yeah. Ant W, I'll see if I can find my Mask Milano. I'll see if I can find my Mask Milano sample set, and I'll give it a smell. Darn these whippersnappers. What they give to pets is cannabidiol. It doesn't give the high effect. Nah. Interesting, Alan. No, I'm interested, Law. Can't wear it to work, though. Alan is a perfume. I'm going to drop out. Good night, Richard Gardner. Good night, Richard G. The most realistic cannabis I've tried called Junkie Forget the Perfume. Adios, G. Later, G. See you, Richard. I love the smell of cannabis. Just not as a perfume, but hey, I won't know it until I try it. Yeah, it's a nice smile. Richie G. Margie Louise. Narcotica's first perfume, Black Bright, is an earlier version of their Narcotica sample. The eponymous latter one had superior floral notes, but still, taking them out for a run would be so much better. My dog was also very high on it, but that's how they're supposed to be. Need a job to do, not cannabis derivatives. It's Hemingway I need gum from Mask Milano, the vetiver one. Yes, I've got it. It's very nice. Very nice vetiver. Expensive. I wish they did 100 mils instead of 35 mil bottles. The bottles are nice though. I prefer Russian tea. Dinner time for the toddler. Bye, friends. So happy to chat. Good night, Rachel. Pradeep, any Petrichor Accord perfume recommendations? Not off the top of my head, but I do like that kind of smell. Right, I'm going to go in a second. Give time for Joe and Yara and Hillary to stream. With the way pop culture is, wouldn't be surprised if the celeb collab fragrances of today all had a cannabis note. The thing with cannabis, isn't it? You know what I mean? They've tried everything and it's still there. People are always gonna. It's the same. Prohibition never worked. It just doesn't. I mean, some drugs definitely should be illegal and controlled. Don't get us wrong. I just think that what we're doing at the minute clearly isn't working because you can buy fucking anything off anyone at any point at the minute, can't you? You know what I mean? Whilst enjoying this live stream and chat, I just bought 15 mil of Hermes's Agar Ebony. Lol. Me too. Not while enjoying this street live stream and chat, though. Love Pet Recall. Agree, that's what it takes to sell anything nowadays. I think Centauri Gaia uses Judgment. I like that one. I'm going to buy that off Peter at some point. Me and Peter are working on something at the minute. Trying to get me to buy a bottle of Gaia. Great stream, Rich. Thanks, Margie. Hemingway sample first for me, Enrique. That's interesting. You're not a big vetiver fan. A lot of vetiver fragrances smell the same to me, though I've got to be honest. Vetiver Extraordinaire by Frederick Malle. It's a lot of money for a vetiver perfume, that like. You know, like vetiver-centric perfumes. I think a lot of them smell very similar to each other. Very similar. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. And excuse me whilst I bail. Who has tried Guerlain's Nehema? Me. Honest thought, powdery, feminine. My urologist told me great stream a few days ago. Who knew? Who knew, Alan? Maybe he watched that stream you went on with Eugene. Who knows? Guerlain's Nehema, very, very powdery. Very powdery. But there we are. Lick the stream, lads, says Afonso. Thank you to everyone who has licked the stream. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to. People are kind. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for chatting. Keeping us going through these last hours of Sunday. I'm not a big Sunday fan. Certainly not the evening. I appreciate it. And I will see you all again soon. Good night, everyone. Bye.